Hey folks, what's up? Welcome back. Another Poem Masters video, and today, or at least in this video, and all night we're gonna be going over these. We have the Easter Man and Lopunny kit, right? And first of all, shout outs to absolutely on Twitter because unfortunately Crash just our friend Crash kind of quit data mining, right? Because of reasons. But thankfully we still have Absol on Twitter doing these. So let's go over it. And Easter May is, gotta say, very good, very good. For a multitude of reasons. She kind of reminds me a bit of like Palatine's Serena plus like Wally. Anyways, she's a unit that does like a lot of things. So, basically, what she's trying to do is before she megas, she's a normal type, very cringe. Obviously, normal types are generally not very especially strikers, right? Great in this game. But however, the thing is, when she megas into Mega Lopunny, she actually switches over to a fighting type, which is really good. So there's that. And on top of that, before she megas, she's actually like a support. The role doesn't change. Her type actually does change, but the role doesn't change. So she starts out as like a sort of support-ish kind of character. She's still a striker, but she does like no striker things. Yeah, a lot of support things. And then after she megas, then you get like the big like striker stuff, right? So let's get into this. So starting off, in terms, let me make this a bit larger. All right, in terms of the stats, right? Regular Lopunny, not Mega Lopunny, obviously. 600 HP, which is great. 338 attack, which is nice. 147 defense, 159 special defense. Not crazy, but it's pretty solid for a striker, right? 238 special stack, no one cares, and then 276 speed, which is okay, right? Moving on to the obviously normal type, weak to fighting here, and then moving on to the moves, right? So got 4 moves. Obviously, you start out with a headbutt, which you're just not going to use, right? Because you have other things to use. You got potion, 2 potions. You got X defense all for your whole team, and then you got hippity hoppity, which is the trainer move. One use, unfortunately, one use, but it's really good. So if it's used by Lopunny, sharply raises the speed of your whole team, and also sharply raises your own evasion, right? And then if it's used by Mega Lopunny, then raises your accuracy, and also drastically raises your evasion, right? Obviously, you want to use it before pre-mega, right? I mean, the +1 accuracy is nice, but you just run like some other accuracy support instead. You definitely want that like AoE speed buff to your whole team, which is again really great. Especially if you are running multiple striker comps, which again is kind of the meta at the moment. And as for the passives, you got Sync Morph, changes user's Sync move type when a Sync move is used for the first time. Obviously, again, like I mentioned before, it changes from normal to fighting type. I don't think Absol shows it, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't think they got that one, but yeah, it does change to fighting type. I mean, there's no other types to change into. There's like 2 types for Lopunny, right? Then you got Revenge Boost 5. 6% chance of +1 gauge if you get hit by an attack move, and they got Solo Fanfare 6, which maxes out your attack, or +6 for your attack after when you use your sync move for the first time. So a lot of really great things here. You set up your whole team's defense, you give your whole team speed, and then once you sync, you get +6, +6 attack for yourself, right? So max out your attack, and then afterwards, you turn into Mega Lopunny, which you get some really nice stuff here. So your passive, your Revenge Boost 5 turns into Propelling Strike 5, which is the like opposite of Revenge Boost 5, which is like 6% chance of charging user's move gauge by 1 when an attack move is successful. It's kind of like move gauge refresh, but like you have to like make the attack be successful, right? So that's really, really nice. Obviously, 6% chance to get an extra gauge every time you attack, on top of getting much, much better speed, right? 333 speed, which is fantastic. 405 physical attack, which is also fantastic. And then you change headbutt into high jump kick. You change X defense all into move gauge boost, which is move gauge boost is not great, but you do get high jump kick, which is obviously your main damage. So she is like she starts out as a normal type striker, but she's actually in fact a fighting type striker, right? So really, really, really great stuff here on her base kit. Obviously Mega on Lopunny. She comes on the second, so that's actually really, really close to Diantha. That's just like a few days after Diantha, right? Which is kind of weird, I guess. But yeah, there's that, right? So she's like a support that once you Mega turns into a striker, which is very, very good, right? If you look at like the top tier units in the game, right, at the moment, like stuff like Whimsicott or like May or Musharna, whatever, right? These are units that could help your whole team, as well as output like a ton of damage, right? And May fits that sort of category as well, which is it's kind of like Hilbert, Halloween Hilbert, but like helps your team even more, right? In that sense, which is really, really good. Obviously, again, also does a lot of damage as well. So let's head over to the Syncred and check that out, right? So May Syncred. So we got high jump kick power ups. Unfortunately, there is no accuracy up for high jump kick, but again, it's not a big deal. Just +1 accuracy gets you max accuracy, anyways, right? So you do get move gauge refresh 2 on a high jump kick, which is not move gauge refresh 3, but on the other hand, you already have like so many other like move gauge boosting things on your kit anyway, so it's like not that big of a deal. Got propeller 1, 20% chance of reducing your sync move countdown by 1 when you use a move. Don't care. You got the sync move power ups, obviously. You got more stats, headbutt, move gauge refresh. Also, don't really care. Potion to MP refresh 2, which is nice. Not 3, but it's at least you have the MP refresh, right? Impatient 1. 10% chance of reducing sync move countdown by 1 when you're hit by an attack move. Also, not really useful. Lith prevents you from getting paralyzed. X defense all MP refresh 2. Unfortunately, they're all like MP refresh 2s. They're just kind of sad, but it's better than nothing, I guess. But yeah, it would have been nice if it was MP refresh 3 instead. But although for X defense all specifically, you don't really need MP refresh at all, because like you're not going to be using X defense all 3 times, right? You will be using X defense all twice, and then hippity hoppity, right? And then you Mega, because after you Mega, you don't get X defense all. So there's no point for like, to get an MP refresh on X defense all. HP advantage 3, which is extra, 15% at max HP, right? Which is nice. You got endurance, which okay. I mean, your striker doesn't really matter that much. Plus, you have like a lot of HP and solid striker defenses as well, right? More stats. Move gauge boosts, MP refresh, no one cares. Hippity hop. Okay, so hippity hoppity unfortunately is also MP refresh 2. This is like the only one that really matters. And well, you have it, I guess. Again, not MP refresh 3. But it's still, I don't know. It is what it is, right? Moving on, high jump kick power up. Got ramming speed, obviously maxed out speed. That's the extra 30% buff for your damage. And then you got 2 more sync move power ups. I don't think her grid's that great, right? It's just that like her base kit is already like pretty nuts. So like her grid really doesn't matter that much. I guess like ramming speed is nice to have. But like outside of like ramming speed, the potion MP refresh is nice. The MP refresh on training move is nice, but nothing too crazy on her grid, right? If she like really, like 1 copy should honestly just be enough for like her purposes. So yeah, really, really great striker over here. Another one of those that could, again, really reminds me a lot of Whimsicott, right? That could help support dual striker team comps. Which is, again, obviously very, very powerful in terms of DPS per turn. And this is cool. Plus the outfit's really nice. It seems like the early calculations runner sent me was like, she does like around like Wally damage, which is obviously very good for like non-terrain, non-weather units, right? I think Wally is like top 5 or something in terms of like, again, not non-terrain or something really high. Again, in terms of like non-terrain, whatchamacallit, non-weather strikers, which is cool. So yeah, really good stuff. Again, grid's not the biggest deal in the world, so I don't think like if you want to go for it, I don't really think you really need to get like more than one copy, honestly. But yeah, anyways, that's for this one. I guess hope you guys know. I'm guys in the comments down below. Like me to this video, so my channel for some more Pokemon content. Again, I will be going over all of these again one by one. So check those out when they come out. I'll see you guys in the next one.